Cory from 1015 K-Fly, Oregon's Real Rock. Here's Rock and Awe and Michael J. White. Super famous man, certified badass, multiple black belts. How you doing?
All right, as I put on my Purell, I'm a badass. Look at me, just
How many
sanitize my hands like a badass.
yes. How many black belts do you have?
I have 8 now. Yeah.
So you could kill me how many ways?
I don't know, about 12 times. 12 different ways. No, I mean it's not about killing folks, even though that's the fun part about it. But it's really about discipline.
Yeah, and what do you say to kids who want to try out a martial art? Is there something in particular style that they should try first?
Well, I like the traditional martial arts a little bit more than a lot of the. There's a lot of them that don't really date back very long. I think that some of the traditional martial arts have a lot more to offer as far as certain ethics of what martial arts really is about. Things that really develop character. And I think a lot of martial arts now it's kind of like they're like businesses. And I look at it as something a little deeper than that.
Yeah, when you look at the UFC, I mean, I heard that you've had the opportunity to go that route and have chosen not to. I mean, have you ever thought about it just going in and fighting someone?
Well, just know that you've just leaped from, like when you say martial arts and then you say UFC, these are polar opposites. UFC that is really one aspect of martial arts. That's a combative fighting aspect of it. Yeah, it may comprise certain disciplines and what have you, but that's really not what I'm talking about as far as what martial arts has to offer. And that's something that it's not. It's kind of like you have the UFC as the fighting aspect, and can you imagine a whole division of forms or katas? Where, like, there are certain techniques that you're practicing over and over. That's one element as well, And you can argue as to which one develops a person's character more. The one that develops that focuses on fighting and combat, or certain other parts of that work on overcoming yourself and your body and technique and doing this arduous stuff that,
Something that focuses more on learning and bettering oneself than on the flash in the pan of being, possibly being famous and on the aggressive part, I guess.
Well, I mean, even deeper than that, I mean, there's the aggressive nature of fighting is palatable and it's the fighting aspects of martial arts gets a lot of attention, of course. There's insecure people who want to be able to fight other folks. I mean, especially the male-dominated society, you always want to protect yourself or be able to whoop ass. So, of course, that is a big influence. But what martial arts truly is far beyond that. Just that, even. I mean, I know this is a short interview, but I'm trying to keep myself from being really long-winded in it, because I can get really philosophical in it. So I'm trying to save that. And plus, I got to catch a plane in a little while.
Now you've played Spawn, Black Dynamite. I was looking at your resume, and it's so full of this wonderful heroes, villains, Gamble, and Dark Knight. I mean, is there a particular character that you've loved playing that you'd like to reprise, like, let's say, Spawn?
I'd rather reprise Black Dynamite than Spawn, but because I had more fun in that, and Black Dynamite's costume is not as arduous. But I mean, either one I wouldn't mind reprising.
Now with Dark Knight, how close did you work with Christopher Nolan? What can you say about his creative process?
Well, Christopher Nolan was not what I expected. Uh, I thought, wow, his movies were so amazing. I expected this real eccentric like artist, crazy person possibly, and he's just the most normal, down to earth guy you ever meet in your life. And just like I was blown away because I mean, you see a Christopher Nolan movie, you're like, oh my God, this is a genius, and you figure geniuses are eccentric and crazy. You know what I mean? This guy's just like as normal as like the guy changing your oil.
Now you've worked with a lot of geniuses, and like Tyler Perry and Christopher Nolan. How's it working with Tyler and all of his creations?
Well, I mean, it's cool. I mean, you know, I wouldn't put them in the same category. I mean, there's two different type of folks at work, but you know, I wouldn't put Christopher Nolan in Tyler's category. I wouldn't put Tyler in Christopher Nolan's category. Just two different things, you know. But you know, it's cool. I mean, I really, you know, of course. I mean, I'm sorry. You know, Christopher Nolan's. I mean, he's one of the most amazing directors on the planet. You know, that's,
he hasn't not had a hit yet.
right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's like talk about. I mean, come on, Dark Knight. That's like one of the top grossing movies ever.
One of my favorite movies ever was Dark Knight. I loved your character in it. How do you feel about these movies being remade so quickly? I mean, Spider-Man failed 2 times in a row. They're already remaking it. Batman, they're already doing more. I mean, how do you feel about things being remade so quickly?
I just don't know. I don't keep up. I don't. Sorry, I just don't really follow everything. I feel like there's a lot of movies are not made for me. I'm a little too on the inside, and to be honest with you, a lot of the movies are made for the audiences out there. They're made for, you know, the MIC audiences. You know, and some really good movies cross over. They have you know the general audience, but I'm a little on the inside, so my tastes are a little, you know, particular. So I mean, of course, I'm the fellow magician who's watching another magician. You know what I mean? So it's different.
Do you have a preference in what you're doing? Because I know you've worked in drama, you worked in action, your background and training in martial arts. Do you have a preference of what challenges you? Do you like doing dramas a little bit more? Do you like action a little bit more?
Oh, I like action the most. I like my genre. My hybrid genre would be action comedy. That's what I like more than anything else. The opportunities I have to do that is the opportunities I want. So I think once I get to comprise those two things, I was able to do a little bit with Black Dynamite. That's somewhat of an action comedy.
Now, Kill Bill Volume 2. When I heard I was going to get to interview you, my friend sent me the clip of that was cut out. I mean, how does it feel to be cut out of something? You can't get angry because obviously it's still out there, but people love that scene.
I'm just honest. I mean, I don't think that scene belonged in a movie. I mean, I don't see it. I've seen Kill Bill. I even when I shot the scene, I didn't understand how that fit in the movie. Honestly, I mean, Quentin and I would joke around all the time. We would do these things. We would talk in those kung fu voices, and we're just goofing around. And so, you know, he created this scene, which is actually a snippet of a larger sequence that was cut out of the movie. But we would kid around talking that way, and he comes when we're going to do the scene with handwritten dialogue on the paper saying this is what we're going to say. And it's like basically the goofy stuff that we say. You know, because we'd always go, hey, where are you going? I killed your teacher. Now I'm going to kill you. We'd go around doing that shit, right? And then he says, let's just put it in the movie. I'm like, put it in the movie? And so that's exactly what we did. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And I found it was difficult for me to do it actually and move my lips correctly because I clown around doing this all the time, right? Like moving my lips wrong. And so I had to do it and move my lips correctly. And I almost couldn't do it. It was weird. He's like, you did it again. I'm like, what? And he says, you're moving your mouth like, like off. I'm like, that's the way it's done, isn't it? Hello, hi, I'm Miley Cyrus, and you're listening to Rock and Awe on 101.5 K-Fly. What? Did I say the wrong name? Oh, let me try. Okay. Hi, this is Michael Jai White, and you're listening to Rock and Awe on 101.5 K-Fly.